afternoon. Today is Thursday, July 3rd. And today is my best friend Kathy's birthday. You know, the elusive Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, you know she's not watching. But if she is, she's seen this part and she's gone. Everybody wave goodbye. Wave goodbye to Kathy, because it's as long as she's going to be on here. But we have other birthdays too, because today is Cat on Point. Cat, where are your videos? I'm missing you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cat. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Kathy Johnson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's Lainey over at Lainey's Life. Today's Lainey's birthday. It's her birthday week. If you've been watching her videos, she started on Sunday saying it's her birthday week. My kind of gal. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lainey. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And I have Steve, but I have Mima, McHealthy Living, and then parentheses I have 5, and then I have Steve. So I'm thinking it's Steve is her. She wanted me to sing to Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear McMeeby. Wait a minute. Happy birthday to you, Mima. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mima. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I want to cover all the bases. And it's Mia's 5th birthday today. So Mia, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Phil Pinti, or Pinti, P-I-N-T-I. Phil, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phil. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, happy birthday to all 6 or 7 or 8 of you. How many I sang to, happy birthday to you. But we have some anniversaries today, because today is Karen and Warren's anniversary. Karen and Warren B, but I don't know how many years, but it's their anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great, great anniversary. It's also Daniel and Megan's 4th anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. And Tamsin and Clinton, today is their 45th anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope all 6 of you have a great anniversary today. So what's going on? Mary is coming home from the hospital today. They did find something that they're suspicious of, that they wanted to do a biopsy on, and they were going to do it today, but the medication she was taking yesterday, I guess they gave her a heavy dose of aspirin, and so they were afraid of bleeding. So she's going to come home today, and then she's got to go back in 10 days for a biopsy for what they found some kind of a. There's not any part of the rejection, or both organs, the liver and the kidneys, are doing good. This is something entirely different. So if you can keep Mary in your prayers, I would appreciate it. She's in very good spirits, though, so that's really all that really matters. She's supposed to get cataract surgery on Monday, so I don't know if that's still planned or not. Denise was going to bring her to that. So I don't know. They were all meeting at the hospital, like the team, to decide if it was okay to go ahead with that. So I don't know what the outcome of that is. My brother Michael's having knee surgery on the 16th. He's going to have a knee replacement. So if you can keep my brother Michael in your prayers too. What else is going on? Well, let me share with you what I'm reading. Yes, the next in the series, Without Due Process. I don't think I held it up right. There we go, Without Due Process. And hardcover. No more paperbacks for me for now. Anyway, 5-year-old Junior Weston was hiding in a closet the night his entire family was brutally slaughtered. He caught a glimpse of the killer's face, and now the little boy's life is on the line. The only one who can help him is Detective J.P. Beaumont, but even Beau's dogged persistence with reckless courage may not be enough to save the boy and put the killer behind bars. Who could have killed off Officer General Ben Weston of the Seattle Police Department? Known for his unswerving honesty and kindness, Weston was a model cop, but his bulldog assault on the Rainy City's gangs earned him. But his bulldog assault on the Rainy City gangs earned him his enemies in surprising places, and nasty rumors are starting to surface about his ties to the Blood and the Crips. And it's 325 pages. So next on my line of reading it, I finished my other book yesterday. I started this morning, and I'm already on 105 because Jim woke me up this morning and said that he wanted to go to the emergency room. And I said, for what reason? And I'm not feeling well, because he got up earlier than he normally did. The other day, Jim took all the blinds down from the windows and washed all the windows. And I think that he got, I don't know, they're aluminum blinds. I'm just wondering if he got a little piece of aluminum in his thumb. So then he picked at it. And then on Tuesday, he said he picked out a sliver, said he thought he had a sliver. But then I guess it was really throbbing today, so we went to the emergency room and they looked at it, and I loved it. You know, I've been married for 54 years, and Jim and I have our little moments, and one of the moments that we have quite often is when he says something and I say he said it and he says he didn't. You know, he could say, well, I want to have an apple, but looking at a peach, and I'll say, that's not an apple, that's not an apple, that's a peach, and he'll say, well, that's what I said, I wanted a peach. Well, I have nobody around to say that, yeah, you didn't say apple, you didn't say peach, you said apple. Anyway, it leads to my story. Because when we were in the emergency room, and then we had a nurse practitioner, because it really wasn't that serious. She come in and she was looking at his hand, and she was, asking him about when it happened and blah, blah, all that good stuff. And then what I think happened, I'm not a doctor, although I play one on TV. That's a saying my family says all the time. Anyway, I think what he did was, when he was picking at it, you know how sometimes if you have a hangnail and you pull a little piece of that skin off, and then how your finger then hurts because you're too close to the nail, you kind of nipped it? That's what I think he did. I don't know. But anyway, so we went, and she was looking at it, and she was asking him all kinds of questions. And then he said, well, I thought I had a sliver, and sure enough, I used my needle nose pliers the other day, and I pulled it out. And then the nurse practitioner said, you used what? And he says, my needle nose pliers. And so she said, you use needle nose pliers? And he said, yeah. And so she says, oh, that's unusual, I've never heard of that. And he goes, well, yeah, that's kind of common. And so she says, well, maybe they were dirty. And he says, I don't think so. And I said, he says, why would they be dirty? And I says, Jim, they're pliers. You're working with all kinds of stuff. Of course it's going to get dirty. And he says, what are you talking about? I says, you said that you pulled it out with some needle nose pliers. He says, I did not. I said I pulled it out with tweezers. And the nurse practitioner said, more than once she told us it was needle nose pliers. Oh, I loved it. And of course, 54 years doesn't make you immune to making saying things like, I told you, I love it. And then I told the nurse, thank you, I could kiss you. It's just, anyway, so they did blood work and everything came back normal, but they gave him an antibiotic just in case. So we left there, and then we went to Nino's Salvaggio's, which is a fruit market, which is probably about a half hour from where we were at. And we got some fruits and vegetables and stuff for that. And then I saw my niece by marriage, Bertie's son, William's wife, Candy. And I was going to get some cucumbers, and she says, Aunt Sandy, what are you doing here? And I thought, oh, Candy. I thought she was up north, because they always go up north for 4th of July. And she says, no, we came home early to avoid all the tourists, because they have property up north. They have a house up there that they stay at. So we talked a little bit. She said, well, I'd like to talk longer, but I'm on my lunch hour. And I said, no, go ahead. That place was packed. And I know it's because tomorrow's the 4th of July. Everybody was in there. They have a separate like they have a fish counter where you can pick a number for the fish counter, and then they have a separate counter for like the meat, like regular meat, and you can pick a number for that. And then they have a number for the deli, and then they have one for the sides, like they have potato salad, macaroni salad, all that kind of stuff. They have another one for that. So even with that, it was packed. So we left there. I went to Starbucks and got a drink. Then we went to Kroger, and that was packed too. But Jim stayed in the truck because we didn't want the stuff. We bought a couple little side salads we're not going anywhere tomorrow. We're just gonna make burgers and then have some sides. So we got some potato salad, macaroni salad. I didn't want it to go bad because it's really hot and sticky, and I thought the truck's just going to get the truck got so hot when we came out of the emergency room. When Jim put his glasses on, he burnt the side of his ear, his head, because he's got metal glasses. He says, "Oh my gosh, that's hot." And I says, "Yeah, I don't want the food to go bad." So he just stayed in the truck. I was just getting, the pop was on sale. So I picked up some Diet Pop, and then we like the Wendy's burgers, but they sell at Kroger's. So we're going to have those tomorrow. So I picked that up. And then I picked up some milk and a dozen eggs. So I was in and out real quick. And then we came home. I did a load of laundry. And just been kind of sitting around here. Oh, we were driving home. I've showed you how awful I've told you how awful it is to get out of this subdivision to get to anywhere. It takes, like when we went last night to go to dinner, our normal 5-minute drive to get to the expressway took us about a half an hour. Just because there's so much traffic, because there's no other way out of here. There's just the one way out of here to get out. Well, there's two ways actually, but it's like one way is just as bad as the other. Anyway, when we were coming home, we noticed that there's one farm by us that they sold, and they're clearing out the land, which means that they're going to be building yet another subdivision. There's way too many subdivisions in my area, way too many people. So Jim's talking about moving. I don't want to move. I like my house. I like sitting out here. I like everything the way it is. I don't like the traffic. That's the thing that I don't like the most. And I like my neighbors. I'm thinking I'll never get neighbors like this again. So I'm hoping it's just like a little silent little whim that he has right now. Because I said if we do move, we'll have to move into a condo. Because we'll have to have somebody to do the snow and the grass. Because, Jim's not going to do it. But I don't know. This is my happy place. Look at how pretty it is. Look at all that greenery. Look at my flowers. There's my water. I got my barbecue grill over there and my tree. I want to show you something on my tree. Let me share that with you. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's my tree. Look how tall my tree is. And way up at the top, there's a weed. Right there. That's a weed growing out of the top of my tree. Jim was sitting out here yesterday and he says, "That's a weed growing out of the top of the tree." And I go, "That is not a weed." And he says, "That is a weed." I says, "How would a weed have gotten that tall?" Because I weed all the time. But in there, it's like a jungle with that tree. But I love it because it offers me so much privacy. So we went in there and we looked, and sure enough, it is a weed. It started in the ground and it wrapped all the way around the trunk of the tree, all the way to the top. And now it's sprouting. So Jim says, "Well, I'm just going to cut it off." And I go, "No, I want to see how tall that weed gets." So we're going to see how tall that weed gets. Weeds thrive. They don't thrive as well as the flower does, but they thrive, that's for sure. So watched a couple YouTube videos this morning while I was doing the laundry. I only watched WV Running Down and Valerie Reese. Still got a couple more I got to watch. I'll watch those later on tonight when I go in. And yeah, I know they keep saying that all the prices are coming down, and let me tell you, I went to the fruit market and I went to the grocery store, and then we went and got gas, and I have no evidence to show me that anything came down in price, that inflation is coming down. I must be shopping at the wrong places because they keep telling me on the news how great everything is going, how the economy's booming, and how the inflation's coming down, and gas prices are down, and I'm thinking, I don't see it. How about you guys? Are you seeing it? Because I'm not seeing it. My bills were high today. I didn't get that much, and they were high. So I'm hoping that it's going to come down. But, once prices go up, they never come back down. Once they get you the higher price, they keep them there no matter what. So we'll see. We'll see what the future brings together. How's that sound? So, but other than that, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to sit out here and read. It's nice. It's still a little warm, but it's summer. What do we expect? It's like in the 80s. We still have the air conditioning on. Only because it's supposed to be in the high 90s over the weekend, so there's no point in turning it down now to turn it back on for the weekend. But I think it's supposed to be higher 70s, lower 80s next week, so hopefully I can tone it down a little bit. Bring that bill down at least. So, okay, let's talk again tomorrow. 4th of July tomorrow. It's hard to believe that's the 4th of July already. It just seems like it was just Memorial Day. It goes by, doesn't it?